Did you see what Lindsey Graham has been up to when it comes to, apparently in New York City, they're going to pass a law that's going to force Chick-fil-A to open on Sundays. Something that many people have kind of been asking for a while. Why aren't those open on Sunday? And they're like, it's the Lord's Day, and the Lord does not want us to have chicken. Force? Yes. Not suggest and not plead, not ask. Straight up force. That's what I've heard, at least. Let's watch this. Let's read this. Local news. New York bill could force some Chick-fil-A locations to be open on Sundays. A new bill in New York could force some Chick-fil-A location to be open on Sundays. The bill aims to ensure that those traveling along New York State Thruway can access every restaurant available at rest stops 7 days a week. That would include Chick-fil-A, the restaurant infamously known for being closed on Sundays. Infamous.
This meme is very real.
That's crazy. People want their Sunday chicken. Infamous for not being open on Sundays. While there's nothing objectionable about fast food restaurants closing on a particular day of the week, service areas dedicated to travelers is an inappropriate location for such a restaurant, the bill reads. We get hungry when we're traveling. We may not like our brother-in-law or sister-in-law's cooking and want to snack on Christmas Eve. Wait, that's crazy. This law is literally passed because a bro was like, caramel crunch sundae, macaroni, chicken burger, and on Sunday, and then drove to Chick-fil-A only to fall to his fucking knees when he saw that they were closed and said, we have to fix this, and decided to draft a law to force them to be open. So when he's driving, when he's doing his 3-hour drive across like 2 miles of the city, he can stop for a break and get like a chicken burger, so he can get his chicky nuggy. That's honestly, I'd be a little offended if my ass was getting targeted like that. That's wild. I will say I do get a little upset sometimes when there are some like restaurants or stores or something that are open. Like it feels. Do you have any like stores in your area that feel like they're open like 3 hours a day, 3 days a week? You know what I'm talking about? The stores that open at like 12 a.m. That open at like 12 p.m. and then close at 4 p.m. And you're like, how the fuck do you all make money? How do you all pay for rent? You're never open. They're not open Sundays. They're not open Saturdays. And honestly, they're not even open Fridays either. They give themselves like a 3-day weekend and work for like they work to like 6 hours a day. And you're like, how in the world do these people even make money? But they just do somehow. Ghost kitchens? Nah, not even the ghost kitchens. Because usually the ghost kitchens, if I remember correctly, were just like a store that branched out. They're like a store like Buffalo Wild Wings. Buffalo Wild Wings has a ghost kitchen. It's called Wild Burger. It's just their burger menu in store form. I mean, they're the same restaurant. They just like pretend to be a different restaurant. It's not like a completely different place. Big corpo vibes. Eddie Bareback did a video on ghost kitchens. I watched that. It was pretty good. Like that guy. Love that Bareback guy. What a cool guy. Anyways, it is kind of crazy how bro's like, I got hungry while driving on the interstate. And I saw that they were closed and they need to be open, so I'm passing a bill to be. Doesn't New York have so many other problems? Like every other month they're flooding. There's like no place for you to be able to have. There's like no place for you to be able to like have an apartment that's affordable. Cities being hollowed out and only the richest can afford to stay there. And the places where poor people can actually stay is actually literally unironically crumbling. I don't know, man. I feel like they have so many other problems and bro's like Chick-fil-A not open. But at the same time, I mean, I get it. We all want our chicky nuggy when we can get them. The bill, however, only seeks to impose conditions for future restaurants. A Thruway official who spoke to Pix11 News affiliate Waten said Chick-fil-A has already signed a 33-year contract with the highway system. Oh, so it's not even, none of the Chick-fil-A's that are there are even going to be affected by it. And apparently none of the Chick-fil-A's until like 2060 are going to be affected by it. So guys, I got any New Yorkers who's going to be living in the city and driving on the interstate in 2060, watch out, because then you're going to be able to get your Chick-fil-A. You're going to be able to get your Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets on a Sunday. Congratulations. I'm so excited for when it's coming. But the reason for why I'm talking about it is because Lindsey Graham went like absolutely berserk on Fox News about making them open up their chicken restaurant on Sunday in 2060.
Radicals, not Donald Trump. So this Colorado decision won't stand. It's time for us all to fight back. Speaking of Chick-fil-A.
You waged war on Chick-fil-A.
You like that?
Senator, are you prompting us to ask you a question?
Okay. You know, the guy on before me, the Christian guy, wasn't that an awesome
in the Satan Club?
Yeah. So
what a reasonable man.
What an unbelievably reasonable man. So the state of New York, where I'm at, wants to pass a law to make Chick-fil-A stay open on Sunday. Well, if you can have a Satan Club in high school, surely they can close on Sunday because they believe it's the Lord's Day. So Dan Cathy's out there watching us. To the Chick-fil-A people, you stand your ground. I've got your back. It's illegal what they're trying to do. Trying to make Chick-fil-A stay open on Sunday violates their constitutional rights. And this is one of the most liberal places in the world.
Yeah, well, Senator,
and we're going to fight you, New York. We're not going to give in to this.
It's not Sunday, it's Wednesday.
This is
we do
Wednesday.
Chick-fil-A for you, so
this
I hope
is
that you're
God's
hungry.
chicken.
Why they filmed that guy? Why he walk? I don't know. The way he was walking out is like. Is he prepared to do this type of stuff? Does this type of stuff normally? Is this how he hands them their adrenochrome? My lord, your adrenochrome is ready. And then hands them Chick-fil-A chicken burgers on a silver platter. This is God's chicken. It's God's chicken, brother.
It's their constitutional rights, and this is one of the most liberal places in the world.
Yeah, well, Senator,
and we're going to fight you, New York. We're not going to give in to this.
It's not Sunday, it's Wednesday.
This
but
is
we do
Wednesday.
Chick-fil-A for you, so
this
I hope
is
that you're
God's
hungry.
chicken.
Look at that.
It's Wednesday. This is God's chicken. It's the Lord's chicken, brother. It's blessed. It's blessed. Do you think they put holy water in the drinks? This is such virtue signaling. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny because like conservatives have stopped using the term virtue signaling as much because it's kind of like all they do. We decided to buy like $35 worth of Chick-fil-A chicken burger to own the libs in 2060. Oh, fuck, whatever happened to the separation of church and state? The thing is, I feel like the only thing is that they actually might have a point when it comes to it being against the Constitution, like making them be open on Sunday, because they could say it's their religious right that to not be open on Sunday, and it doesn't really violate anybody else's rights. Because I don't because I don't think there's gonna be a right to buy chicky nuggies on Sunday from specifically them. It's their freeze peach. It might be indeed be their freeze peach. Sure, then pay taxes. Chick-fil-A does indeed pay taxes. I don't believe does Chick-fil-A like double as like a church or something? So they try not so like legally they don't pay taxes. I don't believe that's true. I think they're just a restaurant, and they can. They're just a restaurant who sells homophobic chicken, and that's basically it. So you can actually, they do pay taxes. They're not a church, I don't believe. But can businesses push religion on their employees? It kind of depends on certain things. I think you can, but like the type of court that you go to, especially like this Supreme Court that's like super Christian nationalist, Christian supremacist. I think they would say that if you're a Christian, you can push your religion on other people. Yeah. At least if you're a Christian, you can push your religion on other people. Because here in Kentucky, there was actually a really big court case that was happening. It was for their like Noah's Ark exhibit. If you guys have seen it before. Yeah, in like buttfuck nowhere, Kentucky, they decided to build like a really big kind of life-size ark, like Noah's Ark, and turn it into like a Jesus museum, basically. Right. So here it is in like buttfuck nowhere, Kentucky. I actually don't know where this is. Right. But yeah, it's like a really big ark, and it's just like a Jesus museum, basically. Right. There's like Noah unironically had the dinosaurs on the ark as well. I'm not joking. They have dinosaurs. They have fake dinosaurs in cages. Isn't this Kent Hovids? Yes, indeed. They got a bunch of taxpayer money for this. Yeah, so the I think the previous Kentucky administration, not Bashir. I don't think this was built under Bashir. I don't think they got the grant under Bashir. But anyways, Yeah, it's called Ark Encounter, and it's just like a really big ark that they built to like as like a Jesus museum. They got the stuff in there. There's this guy going ooga booga doing some forging on the Giga Ark and stuff like that. I think this is the Noah cosplayer or something, probably something along those lines. Anyways, it's like showing him building more of the ark or something. Anyways, the reason why I'm telling you about this is because, for one, they got taxpayer money to be able to build this whole thing, which is explicitly religious. But for the topic of what we were talking about here a moment ago, is that these guys, actually, the people who run this place are like big Christian supremacists, and they say everybody, and they wanted to force every single person who works here to sign a "I love Jesus, I am a Christian, Jesus is the only is the only God, fuck everybody else," like contract, literal contract to be able to work. Like you have to sign that to be able to work there, right? Which is pretty clear religious discrimination, and like also promise that you're a Christian. They say you have to be a Christian to be able to work here. You have to sign a document saying that you love Jesus and that you are a Christian, and if you're not a Christian, we will be discriminating against you, and we will not allow you to work here, right? So that's what's happening here, okay? Obviously, with getting taxpayer money and being like discriminatory religiously, you would think that this is going to go to court. And the thing is that it did go to court. And so when the thing is that when it went to court, the court actually decided in favor of the Ark Encounter company, saying that they can actually do that and you can religiously discriminate against people for this. And so they were able to go ahead with this and then get the government funds to be able to build it. So basically they were like withholding the government funds, and you said you can't religiously discriminate. A court said that they can discriminate, and so they were entitled to the funds, and so they were able to build it and then go through with it, right? I'm already contracted to bash that. Well, they would be like, we don't like your kind around these parts here, and you're not allowed to. Yeah, we don't like your kind here, and then you're not allowed to work here. Yeah, basically. Yeah, that's the thing that they're doing. That's literally discrimination, though. Yes, but the court said that they are able to do the discrimination. I don't know why it should be. This should be illegal. But then But the problem is because of like the Supreme Court that we have now, the religious extremist Supreme Court, and Trump being able to put so many religious extremists on federal court benches, it's led to this type of stuff being able to happen. So you would say that they wouldn't be able to do that, but you have to. But for the time being, as long as these type of religious extremists are going to be on courts, people are going to be able to do this type of stuff. I'm going to apply and lie. What are they going to do? Test me? No, they would just you would just continue on working there, and then if they thought that you weren't Christian, they'd like ask you, and then if you're like, haha, I've been trying to trick you, they just fire you. I don't really think they'd do much of it. They're like, fuck that heathen, and then like move on. You know what I mean? I don't know if too much would happen. Someone needs to make companies there that discriminate against Christians. I mean, if this ruling is supposed to be held up, then the answer is yes. I think the loophole that they used was that you're not like making them be Christian. You just won't hire them if they don't say they're Christian. So you would have to do something where like you would. I think it's a positive and it's not a negative, and so that's why it's not like we won't. I think it's like they argue that it's not like we only want to hire Christians, not that we don't want to not hire non-Christians or something along those lines. So you would have to try something like that where you go, you have to be like you have to like sign and say that you're like an atheist and like you don't believe in God, and only those people you want to hire, right? It would have to be something like that. That's the same. I'm just saying the argument that they used in court to be able to win. Is it the same? Yes. Did that argument win in court over them saying that we hate everybody else? Yes. I'm just telling it how it is. Lawyers in the case doing the mental gymnastics. That is true, but it is also their job.
Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there. If you're enjoying the content, hit the subscribe button. If you don't, it'll make Boo very sad. I know a bunch of you who are watching are not subscribed. Join the frenzy. You won't regret it.
Thank you, Boo.